Yo. Yeah, what's up, guys? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. Again, this is Ken. Welcome to my stream. Thank you again for dropping by. Dan Dice 1222. As usual, legit first. Anyway, as I was saying, we have a change of backgrounds here. So, yeah, summer and all. VTuber avatar needs to adapt. We'll do that at a much later time. Anyway, the setup's still kind of the same, except whoever edited this most likely didn't edit it properly. Anyway, we're playing YumeUstutsu Remaster, which is a visual novel, and let me go over the Steam page. By the way, the game is 50% off right now on Steam until July 10th. So let me just go over the description for the game. Give me a sec. So it's that. So allegations, man, come on. Please don't do that though. I'm just playing the game. Yeah. So YumeUstutsu Remaster. So on Steam it says Save Your Sister. Country girl Ai Otori, I'm not even pronouncing it properly, am I? Joins the game company where her sister works. There her story of love, mystery, and game making begins. Honestly though, the game making part it's part of my course course in college before. I haven't even actually done so. Didn't progress at all. Anyway, YumeUstutsu Remaster is a girls' love adventure game set in a small Japanese game studio. The story is set in the town of Koenji, not far from the imperial capital of Tokyo, where a small game studio called Eurekasoft has set up shop. Eurekasoft. That sounds familiar? That sounds... I don't know. The heroine, Ai, a country girl, joins her sister, Kokoro, who works there, and after receiving a mysterious email from the studio head, there she meets the quirky all-girl and a dog cast, the big sisterly head of the studio, her actual sister who is giving her the cold shoulder, the maid/voice talent, the tiny dinosaur scenario writer, the uninformed artist, and Banako, the dog and vice president. Wait, the vice president is a dog? That's awesome, man. Ai starts learning about the game making as she slowly pieces together the mysteries of her colleagues. Ai's world will expand bit by bit as the game production begins. I'm looking at the cast right now to see if there's any one I'm familiar with. I'm trying to also find who wrote the story though. It's not on the Steam page. So I'll go over that one later, I guess, when we end up going over the cast. And yeah, another thing, there's actually a warning on the page, and I kind of added that plus 18 tag already, where there's hey Looney, what's up? There's gonna be plus 18 moments. Yeah, let's finish the alert. I'm just gonna drink water for a bit. Give me a sec. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, again, Looney Baby, welcome to the stream. We're doing visual novels again. The last Yuri visual novel I actually played if you can call it well, it's technically a visual novel, but at the same time it's technically an RPG, is Heaven Burns Red. Yuri VN, like this one, based on the description. Also, I'm, just background on VNs. I've played a lot of visual novels in the past. Some may have been acquired by secret means. I'll just say that. Not so legitimate means, I'm sorry. But, that was back in like what, 2000, so, basically back alley deals, yeah. You know, and some, really, really legit. Like, I have to go to the actual. I have to buy it on Steam and I have to buy it on the author's site to get the plus 18 patch. Nekopara. Anyway, I guess we can go ahead and begin. Let me just check on the settings first. I could not. Where is. Okay, I found it. Jesus Christ, it's so loud. Anyway, I guess we can. We could just. No, okay, found the dog. Right, let me see. Previously read, we can fast forward that. Okay, that's good. Full screen mode. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm doing full screen mode right now. Where is... Okay, it got lost for some reason. Give me a sec. Oh no, it's gone. It's gone. It's freaking gone. Okay, found it. No, that's not my. That's my Steam page. That's a Steam. Where is it? Okay, I have to turn it off. Come on, man. It's not registering. Give me a sec, alright? Okay. We're back. This is... Okay, I guess we can just do this so you can see the top part. Yeah, okay, let me just fix it for a bit. Okay. I guess we can just stick to this one then. Man, this is just a PC issue. Anyway, let's just play the game. Is she romanceable as well? I have no idea, man. But the dog is the vice president, so... And this is a plus 18 game. It is described as, there are, nudity and sexual themes. So I'm not sure if we're gonna go there. But I don't think the dog would be part of it. Since basically this game was released on Nintendo Switch, but since this is PC, it may have retained that. So, I'm not even sure why I'm talking about the romanceable dog. God damn it. Is there music, by the way? Because I'm not sure. Is there a... Right now, it's silent. Anyway, no one knows about the place, so no one knows about this place. This place between worlds. Far away, fluttering place of promise. Okay, I'm just gonna sound test. Game sound is low, so I'm just gonna fix that. Okay, I guess we can just stick with that then. Anyways, a dream of a dark forest. I was walking through a dark, lonely forest, holding something, dragging my heavy feet, going somewhere. Going somewhere. Where? I'm gonna look at the cast later, because some of them are familiar. We went to the beach for a school trip. It was a senior year of high school, right at the start of summer in July. As per school tradition, we decided the destination by poll in the fall of junior year. Now that doesn't mean you can go wherever you want. It's basically a choice between the mountain and the beach. Our initiative as students, it probably didn't hold that much weight. According to rumors though, the mountains had never won once in the school's entire history. I had a bad time breathing that last sentence. I was walking through the dark forest. No offense to the mountains, but to a bunch of teenagers, a summer hiking trip isn't just going to be as fun as going to the beach. The beach won by an overwhelming majority. I mean, honestly, though, I'll choose the beach over the mountains. I had bad experiences mountain climbing. But if I really had to say, I like the mountains a lot more. It's not like I have much to show off. Proportion-wise, I mean, pronounce it really bad. So back to the beach. When everyone brings the beach to a resounding victory as the site of our trip, what kind of beach do you imagine? Hawaii? Apparently some schools take their trips all the way out there. But me? I think that's just a tall tale from the city. Okinawa? That's pretty impressive on its own. But of course not. Because our beach, our destination, was the next prefecture over. Cheap ass bastards. Just over the border, a tiny beach in the neighboring prefecture. We stayed at the lady's house, a public lodging facility. It was enough for a school as small and with as few students as ours. There was swimming to be had. Plenty of it. Regardless of whether we wanted to or not, we had to swim quite a distance, and it was mandatory. The student complaints didn't stop, and of course we wore completely bland school swimsuits. Now, I don't have a scrap of confidence, so I'd say I lucked out. Still, the student complaints didn't stop. And at that point, honestly, it felt like it stopped being a trip and more like a seaside class. Okay, I have to stop it here first, because I just remembered something I have to get out. So, in my first job, because, I can actually relate to this one. In my previous job, I worked as this was back in 2006, I think. Man, that gave out my age. Shit. Back in 2006, I I worked as as an assistant to a teacher, and there was a I guess you can call it a school. It's not even a school trip. It's just with the faculty. You go with the faculty, and it's an excursion, I guess, is what you would call it. And it ended up being a seminar. Everyone was dressed up for the beach, and we're attending a seminar. I guess you have all the time to swim at night, but those freaking 8 hours from morning up till like afternoon, it's just seminars. I think it's 2 days. 2-day seminar. God. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll say it again. Seaside classes. Note, I'm awful at PE. Man, this girl's relatable though. A dream of a dark forest, dragging my heavy feet. Which is why on that school trip, in the nooks and crannies of the lady's house, I at least wanted to go to Teto. You'd hear that lament like cries out of a nightmare. Every year, like a tradition. Teto, the capital of the country, the city of flowers. We live out in the country. If you have a car, well, you could just barely make it out for a trip. For a day trip. Of course, you wouldn't have a car in high school. Well, nowadays, there are workarounds, but sure. Or the money to spend on the express train either. Having a part-time job was against the rules, though I think some girls secretly did them anyway. And really, to be perfectly frank, and I mean this, I didn't really want to go to Teto. I was satisfied with my days at home in my small town. I mean, Tato's kind of, but still, even satisfied old me. When you're out in the sticks and you have your school trip, well, that's a valuable chance for a penniless student to visit Tato. I at least had a fuzzy understanding of that, and that didn't happen. It didn't. So, in other words, what I'm basically trying to say is, I head off somewhere. I'm gonna get a job, I guess. I slowly open my eyes to the sound of my alarm. I guess we can autoplay this. I can't remember when I started having this dream. Okay, it's so fast. It always plays out the same way. I'm walking through the forest with rainbow far off in the distance. Iron Legion, sup? Ano pong kaguluhan to? Yes. Yun na answer ko. Yes. And I'm going somewhere inside. I've had this dream so many times and I'm used to it by now. Or more frankly, I'm tired of seeing it. I look around my room and my mind still... Okay, sorry. I look around my room. My mind's still foggy. I drag my head up to look at the ceiling. I don't immediately take notice of it, but it gradually dawns on me.
ああ、そっか。
Is this a game? Yes. What type of game? It's a visual novel. Also, judging from the tag that we just added, it's 18 plus. Go figure. What's gonna happen soon? I guess. I don't know. We have censor bars for a reason, so we're gonna use that. Editor, hey editor, you know what to do. All right. I whisper.
これがデートで迎える初めての朝なんだ。
Her voice is familiar though. Right. I Otori. Is this Otori or Otori? I think it's Otori. Like bird. 21 years old. I've never been to Teto. Okay, we're good. We're good. 21. We're good. Is that strange? I have the feeling it isn't. That's strange, I mean. This is the first time I've been to Teto. I arrived yesterday afternoon. I moved into this room in the company dorm. Okay, she did actually find a job. My luggage arrived from home shortly after. There's only one thing to do with a bunch of moving boxes. Unpack and clean up. Alright, that's two things, and I didn't finish before midnight. I gave up and went to sleep. Did you just start? Yeah, it's 20 minutes. Well, yeah, 20 minutes. The whole sequence is just, she's in bed. We haven't actually moved anywhere yet. So she's contemplating on her swimming issues. Then we're here. Because she instead of going to the beach, she found a job instead. Like 20 minutes just in bed, yeah. Now here we are.
そういえば挨拶行けなかったな。
Give me a sec, cause okay, store page. Ai Otori. Yoshioka Maya. I've heard her name before. Today's my exciting first day on the job. Hooray and all that. The idea struck me yesterday. I should at least pop by my new workplace and greet everyone. I had good intentions, but I didn't end up going. Have I already failed this being an adult thing?
でも昨日はバタバタしてたし、うん。
And besides, really, I was just a little.
ちょっと怖かったのかな。
I mean, that's the feeling of, first day on the job. Especially if it's your actual first job. Aba, ano to? Oni-chan! Speaking of Oni-chan, it's better if we finish this. Okay, this is actually perfect because this is a plus 18 stream. So we're letting that clip slide. So we're good. So to answer your question, Sind, yes, that's my answer. Also, click on the pinned link if you're interested in playing the game. It's 50% off right now. Not of Tato. Not of my new company either. Alright, maybe a little, but that's not what I was scared of in particular. There's a reason I came to Tato.
準備しなきゃ。
I pick myself up and... I pick myself up and get moving. I could not read again. For the life of me. This is my first time living on my own. Well, I'm not sure if you could call it living in a company dorm living on your own, but that aside.
ご飯。まずはご飯。
One-chan, yes. It's basically... This is basically a Yuri visual novel. So, yeah. One-chan. Not sure about the others. I haven't seen the other characters yet. I have something simple. Get myself ready and check myself in the mirror.
大丈夫かな。
That actually looks cute. Is there like Is this close to the game? I'm not sure. I want to remove this. Menu. No, fine. Dress looks cute though. I'm worried. To be honest, I don't think I can do this. I mean, I've never worked before, as embarrassing as it is. Ever since graduating high school, I've just been helping out around the house. Well, had been.
時間。行こう。うん。大丈夫。大丈夫。
I leave my room. I step out into the sun, cradling worry and excitement in equal measure.
3月。春。デートで迎える春。私、大鳥愛。21歳。
Okay, so I've been pronouncing it correctly all the time.
昨日までの話で。
I mean, yeah, I've been pronouncing it correctly. No more as of yesterday.
私は今日から素敵な
Sorry, my English
ゲ
is
ーム会社
bad.
で働く立派な社員さんなんです。
There was this, I think it's an anime. Yeah, it's an anime called, I think it's Reset. It's, you know, a girl, graduating from from college and working for a game company. And it's just drama in the game company. I might have embellished a bit with the diligent part. Okay, actual intro right now. Is this copyrighted though? Cause fuck me if it's copyrighted. This was actually a 2019 game, by the way. And I didn't realize this is an old game. Okay, we're seeing the characters right now. I'm loving it. Not sure about you though. Hey, doggy! Okay. Looney, we found the dog. 5PB, okay. I mean, 5PB does work with visual novels a lot, so. Okay, I forgot their names already. Okay. Okay. Found that scene. Thank you for Kagada for sending me the game. It barely took any time to get to work from the dorms. It was all a 10-minute walk. In my hand are directions that have been given to me beforehand and a map of Koenji, the neighborhood the company is in. Directions consist of a line sloppily drawn from the dorm to the office. There was a little flower mark in the office too. Next to it were the words G. Okay, good luck. Written in casual letters. Good luck.
曲がりなりにも会社の社長さんがどうなんだろう。
Her frame floated back into my mind. She came all the way out to my small town to interview me herself.
言いそうだったかも。
And that was more her pushing me into the job than an interview.
違う。今はそれはいいから。
I shook my head, expelling the useless thoughts.
大丈夫だよね。これでも何冊もそれっぽい勉強の本は読んできたし。
I made sure to do the reading.
ゲーム会社がどんなものか理解はできてる。
At least I think I do. Okay, here's a few of the books I consulted. How to make a game that sells 1 million a second. The woman who made Draco Quest. The Game Dev Diet.
竜王クエストの本は感動したな。
I was about to mention something, but yeah. Might as well not. I've barely played any games, and even I know that one. It's like our national RPG. Never played it though. Yeah, Dragon Quest. The book about how it was made was really worth a read. I keep it on me as a good luck charm now. I mean, you know, let me mention something, but you know, it's kind of useless trivia. So, Dragon Quest is actually much more popular than Final Fantasy in Japan, unlike the rest of the world where Final Fantasy is actually much more famous than Dragon Quest. Yeah. Anyway, useless trivia, whatever. And according to the book about selling 1 million copies, game companies are at the cutting edge of the working world, filled with creativity and finesse.
クリエイティブ、センス、時代の最先端。
That's too long for cutting edge. I'm sorry. I had to admit, they seemed a little... Alright, very unsuited for me. I mean, I'm just a country girl. Not that I can fall back on that anymore.
ダイエットの本のことは置いておこう。
Why did I even buy it anyway? I stand in front of the office door that was on the map. It's a beautiful door. The nervousness start to overtake me. But at the same time, something takes a powerful hold in my mind. One single thing.
この向こうに心がいるかもしれない。
Kokoro. My sister. 2 years younger than me. Fuck. Man! Man, your character's a slacker. I'm sorry, but yeah. The reason I came to Tato, the reason I'm working at a game company, the reason I accepted her offer, was all to find out what happened to my sister. She hasn't spoken to me in 3 years. I ring the office doorbell.
それを知るため。お帰りなさいませ、お嬢様。
Hi.
お
I completely freeze up.
んあれ聞こえなかったのかな。残念。じゃあ特別サービスでもう一回ね。いくよ。
I'm not sure about you guys, but maid outfits don't really, I don't know. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, it's not I don't like maid outfits, it's just, I guess indifferent. I don't know. Anyway, she looks cute in that dress.
お帰りなさいませ、お嬢様。メイドさん。
I at least know what a maid is. And I know that there are maid cafes in Tato. But wait a second.
もちろん。はい。ナナはお嬢様の専属メイドでございます。
Alright, so I'm guessing she was expecting you. Us. I'm sorry. Now that I think of it.
ただし、おさわりは服の上からのみでお願いします。
I'm sorry, what? Okay, maybe I'm just reading this wrong. One thing though, if you touch me, it'll have to be with my clothes on. Perfectly fine. Now, I'd read a lot of books about the game industry. I'd done my studying. Bizarrely enough, all of them said the same thing. And now I remembered. See, well, I hadn't paid it in mind while reading it. I just glossed over and forgotten it, but they all said strange people often work at game companies. Very often. Every one of them emphasized the very often part.
さあお嬢様、こちらでお食事になさいますか、それともお食事になさいますか。
I mean, being weird is part of the creativity, so... Yeah, I guess.
変な人いたっぺー。
The book spoke the truth.
すみません、お邪魔しました。
I find myself escaping.
ああ、お嬢様、メイドはお嫌いで、どこでもおさわり自由ですよ。
I'm not sure if they have Foley artists or these are like, you know, they've already pre-recorded or they're using pre-recorded sound effects. But that run sounded like a Foley artist doing it. She's way too eager to serve. Time to get out of here. I mean, it's been a while since I played these style games, so I can't be too sure with those sound effects. But
だって私が来たのはゲーム会社であってメイドカフェじゃなくて。確認しよう。
let me check again. I take another look at the directions and the map of Koenji.
会社の場所。 このビルで合ってる。会社のあるフロア、あの2階で合ってる。
I knew it was the place.
追ってくる様子はないけど。
I looked up to the floor the office was on. Something had been posted over the windows, obscuring the interior. What should I do?
もう一回行ってみるの？
I figured that's my only choice. Not that I'm too excited about it. I timidly head back.
恐る恐る。そういえばナナはって言ってた。ナナ、あの人の名前なのかな？
When I think back, I was pretty distracted by her outfit and conduct, but her face, her proportions, she was really well put together, like a model. As I said, she looked good in that outfit.
綺麗な人だったな、ナナさん。
For some reason, I'm just looking at the outfit and not what she actually is. Dumb.
ありがとうございます、お嬢様。ナナさんだなんて気軽に「おいバナナメイド」とお呼びください。出た！バナナメイド？はい。あ、お嬢様も可愛いですよ。まるでもぎたてバナナのよ。
Jesus Christ.
そのバナナ推し、そういえば頭の房とかなんとなくバナナっぽいかも。ここって。
I mean, this is like typical anime first meetings, inane ramblings as introductions. Nana, or the banana maid, is all smiles.
なんてね。はじめまして、大鳥愛さん。ナナは立花ナナ。ここではジムのバイトをしてるんだよ。ユリイカソフトへようこそ。
Now that I'm looking at this, you can just say Eureka Software is like Yuri. Since it's a Yuri game. Yuri. I'm sorry, I'm moving on. My mouth is agape.
ささ、どうぞどうぞ。ユリイカ、それがこのお店の名前なんですか
？Nice maid cafe name.
あ、
Wait, this isn't a maid cafe.
違います。ごめんなさい。会社ですよね。会社、ゲーム会社。わかってます。つい。
This is a company I'm going to work at, starting today. That game company. Eureka Software. But I mean, having someone like this greet me at the entrance, I just can't help but... Nana giggles quietly to herself.
面白いね、大鳥愛さん。聞いてた通り。
That's a bit of a shock.
聞いてた通りって。まあ、ささ、どうぞどうぞ、お腹へ。いやー、社長から聞いてたんだ。今日新人が来るって。あとは、そうだね、あなたの妹さんからも。
Nana shoots me a wink.
妹、心はいるんですか？
quick save. Why is there a quick save? Now that I'm looking at this, you know, quick save and quick load. Why do we have quick saves? Okay, I'm worried now. Why do we have quick loads? Anyway, here, in this office, right now, the same sister who cut me off 3 years ago. Don't contact me anymore. That was the last message. It was burned into my memory. The blunt line of rejection. Ever since then, she wouldn't respond to anything I sent her. And I have no idea what happened.
会うのはちょっと怖いけど。
Nana tilts her head a little. Her bangs flutter as she does so. Now I can only see a bunch of bananas. Because her bangs look like bananas. Because it actually does.
妹さんはいるようないないような。どっちですか？いる。
My heart leaps.
けどいない。だから。
So she's here because she's in Zoom, but she's somewhere else, I guess.
このナナ様も現在社長からオフィスを任されている身。ならば言おう。己の力で探してみるがいい。
What? Okay, okay, fine.
個性的な人だな。
I'm being a little careful with my words too.
さどうぞどうぞ。これからあなたが働く職場だしね。見て回るのもいいよ。はい。ナナはその辺にいるから。そうだ。でも気をつけて。一箇所だけ。はい。恐竜の巣には近づかないこと。
Oh yeah, I read about this.
恐竜の巣？特にこの時間帯はね。触るの危険。恐竜って。
If we're given a choice, I'll probably go there first.
プチザウルス、あるいはミニレックス。
Tiny, Mini, Saurus, Rex, Saurus. I can't tell if we're talking about a fierce beast or a tiny peepsqueak.
かわいいんだけどね。
Apparently the creature in question is cute.
じゃ、いってらっしゃい。ナナはこの辺にいるから。
She really wants me to get going.
心。
Should be at least a log thing. Yeah, there should be a log thing. I couldn't find it. She was nowhere to be found. I did see something that looked kind of like a dinosaur lair. No, I didn't go near it. Fudge. Wait a second.
オフィスに誰もいない。
Aside from Nana and myself, anyway.
だね。
We just got on the clock too. Where's everyone?
ナナじゃなくて、立花さん。
We're co-workers after all.
バナナメイドとお呼びください。バナ立花さん、残念。何？
Say Tachi Banana. Son. Should take care of both issues.
皆さんは？それに心は？ああ、妹さんね。ユリイカで働いてるのは本当だよ。だからいる。でも今日はいない。いるけどいない。社長から聞いてたけど、大鳥愛さんってマジで働いたことないんだね。そういうのってあれ見れば一発なんだけどな。
At work and then you're live and man, she wasn't kidding. Nana, Tachibana pointed to the office door, the whiteboard next to it, that is. It had a few of the office workers lined up on it. Yanagiya. The name had word off next to it. Yanagiya is my sister's current last name.
あなたの妹さん、柳家心さんは昨日から有給休暇中なんでした。
Vacation. Paid time off through requests to the company. I at least know what it is.
避けられてるね、お姉ちゃん。あ、傷ついた？ごめんごめん。バナナ食べる？
Tachibana offers me her head. What the fuck, man?
食べません。というか、食べられるんですか？それ。
I mean, the hoge actually says it all, though.
食べたらまた生えてくるよ。
She has to be kidding.
バナナいらないならメイドのおっぱい触っとく？おさわり自由。
Huh. Interesting offer. I'm gonna get the censorship ready just in case.
触りません。おい、自信あるんだけどな。立花さんって。
I changed the subject. I need to.
社員さんじゃなくてバイトなんですか
？She'd mentioned that before.
そうだよ。ナナはバイト。不定期でいたりいなかったり。他にすることあるしね。すること。バナナの国の平和を守るのがバナナメイドの仕事。
God damn it.
頑張ってください。頑張る。
She starts giggling out of nowhere. Nowhere. What the hell? She starts giggling out of nowhere.
大鳥愛さんっていい人だね。ナナ、あなたと仲良くなりたいな。いいっすか？
Tachibana comes on awfully strong. Now, of course, this works for me. I'm really not the type to approach people myself.
はい、ぜひ。やったー、ピースピース。じゃあまずはこっち、あなたの机教えるよ。はい。
With that said, it's time to begin my first job.
なんですけども。
Yeah, this day and age, you're not sure what to do. Pull up Chat GPT. Once again, I'm made to realize we're the only two in the office and it's awfully quiet. She was working at her
げ
desk.
げこの領収書カップ麺代だけですごい額。お疲れ様っす。ナムナム。ここが私の机。
I'm sitting at the place Tachibana had guided me to. It's got a computer set nicely in the middle, making it really feel like a game company. Well, pretty much any office is like this, though. Or workplace for that matter.
ここでゲームを作る。
Just what does making a game involve? I read a bunch of books about it, but I still don't have much of an idea. To be honest, I'm not here because I want to make games.
ごめんなさい。
The call out of the blue about half a month ago. The president of Eureka Software paying me a sudden visit. The words she said to me, "I want you to help your sister." That was everything.
心。
My sister fills my mind. It's all Kokoro. Then the phone rings. Shut that phone up. It's coming from Tachibana's desk.
ああ、またこの番号。しつこいセールスっすね。
Nana answers the phone.
もちもち。ママは
Oh boy. Oh. I actually did that one once. But I was using an old man's voice, so. And I made it sound like I'm senile, so. Yeah. Sorry about that.
なに今の立花さん？
My surprise seems to have gotten across to her.
結構上手でしょ？褒められるんだ子供の声。
I mean, she's the voice actress for the game, right? So that's range. No, well, not yet. We have to hear another voice. Because that's given for most, let's say, female voice actresses. They can pass as, they can. I'm trying to find the right word here. So, most child characters in anime, regardless if it's a boy or a girl, they're mostly voiced by females. To get that really young voice sound. I don't want to get cancelled.
役者さん？何ですか？立花さんって。声優やってるよ。声優ってアニメとか映画の吹き替えで。
I'm working right next to one of those? And they're just working normally? Well, probably not normally, but still.
いやー、まあちょこちょこっとね。ナナなんてまだまだですよ。バイトしてるし。
I wonder what she's been in. Is it okay to ask? Would that be a breach of etiquette? That I can't really say.
でもすごいです。 変です。
It's very hard living.
だからナナもこうして地味なお仕事して日々口に乗りしてるでち。コンクリートジャングルをサバイブしてるでちよ。世の中金だぜ。
Okay, I'm hearing range now. But I
そう
can
かね。こんなんもやれたり。
but I can hear the same person though. Truly impressive though.
よろしくね、大鳥愛さん。21でしょ。ナナは22。年も近いし、気楽に行こう、気楽に。
Was that her self-introduction?
いや、むしろラブラブに。お嬢様、バナナメイドと恋してみませんか。結ばれた後はエッチし放題ですよ。
Jesus fucking Christ, man. I mean, the VNs I played in the past kinda ended up with this last line.
一般的に。どこの一般？いえ、結構ですから。やはりメイドと主は結ばれないものなのか。そうじゃなくて。なんて。これからは愛ちゃんでいい？仲良しさんの証。
I can't gauge her pace.
大丈夫です。よろしくお願いします。じゃあ、ナナのことも名前で。はい、私もナナさんって。
Work for me.
よろす。仲良し仲良し。それじゃあお仕事戻りますかね。ぬーぬー。
Nana all but skips back to her desk. And I...
何をしたらいいんでしょう。
What were you hired for? I did not say it right. What were you hired for? That I have no idea. Half an hour has passed, the office remains quiet. It's still just Nana and me. And I haven't been given any directions.
心の席、どこなんだろう。
Okay, I may have missed something. I'm practically shaking with my anxiety. And I have the feeling that Nana would tell me if I asked. But I feel a bit hesitant about asking her while she's on the job. Then again, aren't I?
今、お仕事中なんだよね。
I do want to make sure. She's on the clock, on the job, as am I, currently, right now. On the job, at least I think. I am, right? My glorious first time going to work. My glorious first job tasks. My glorious office debut. My glorious first game project. No idea how to make one though. Just what does making a game involve? That basic fundamental problem. I haven't had slightest clue about
なん
it.
でみんなゲームを作るんだろう。
The people I'm asking aren't here though. I read books about it back home, and I think back to the women who made Draco Quest. It had said, game development is war. They debated in the development room from sunup to sundown. I did not read that right. Sunup to sundown. Battling with the ideal of the perfect RPG for 24 hours a day. Ultricate a legend. I mean, that made it sound real
戦
cool.
争、理想との戦い、伝説。
My knees start shaking and my body twitching. I just can't hold still. Right now?
私は今、持て余し気味な時間と戦ってるような。
Is this alright? I really don't think it is.
自分から聞きに行くものかもしれないけど、そもそも何ができるかもわからないのに。
I can't move. Yes, I'm cowardly. Time just ticks away, and still, Nana and I are the only ones in the office. Alright, besides the dinosaur slayer. It's probably the desk across from mine, the one near the terrace. When I'm just sitting down in my desk like this, I can't help but think about it.
有給休暇避けられてる妹に。
Don't contact me anymore. Those were her last words to me. Well, it was a text, but yeah. And then
最後の。
I gently put my index finger to my lips, and
Ah.
then
そうだ、忘れてた。
I hear a whisper from Nana's desk.
社長から愛ちゃんに仕事ことづかってたんだっけ。
Actually, told me what she wanted your job to be today. Okay.
そうなんですか。
Find myself straightening up.
何をすればいいんでしょう。
A desire to work? No, I don't have anything that laudable.
メイドのおっぱい触る。
Okay.
触りません。ただなのに、やっぱりバナナの方がいいのかな。ナナさんって一体。お仕事何をすればいいんでしょう。仕事はね、はい。
My heart thumped. Planning? Books tell me it's the soul of a game development. Books tell me it's the soul of game development. Programming? Books tell me it's the brilliance of game development. Debugging? Books tell me it's the darkness of game development. I'd rather avoid the darkness. I mean, I'll do my best. But I can't forget.
ここに来たのは心の力になるためでもあるんだから。
I mean, debugging, I guess, yeah. You can consider that one as darkness because, you know, you would be forcing yourself to find faults in the code and make sure to report those incidences, you know. Because you will always find errors regardless. Help her, support her, no matter how far she is and no matter how much she avoids me. Kokoro is my little sister.
おーい、副社長。
Okay, the dog's here. Nana calls out to somewhere.
副社長。副社長？
She's in the office? Right now?
だとしたら挨拶しないとクビになるかも。
I mean, she is the vice president.
来た来た。
I scramble out of my chair.
おはようございます。大鳥愛です。よろ。
1-1.
思考へは。
Something jumped on me. Something fluffy and awfully heavy. I mean, this is supposed to be a cute scene, but I'm seeing something else. I'm sorry. Something very licky. I'm being licked, present tense, in the face. I can tell she's a dog, a big one at that. But I'm sure I didn't see her when I looked around the office. Wait, that doesn't matter right now.
ナナさん、これは私副社長さんにご挨拶を。ご挨拶を。今してるんじゃないかな。お嬢様、気に入られたみたいですね。副社長に。
Okay. Sorry, that's my chair.
さすが。ってことなのかな。
Nana seems to have said something, but I couldn't hear her.
ナナさん。
After generous licking, the dog pulls away. Graciously so. Her massive girth would not be missed.
それっす、副社長。
I mean, that dog looks like a Saint Bernard. That's a big boof.
社長のペット、セントバーナードの救助犬、
Saint Bernard.
バナコさん。だから副社長。
I don't see the logical connection. Oh, this is... Okay. I accidentally, you know, I forgot what you call this. It's the scroll... the scroll wheel. Apparently this is the log.
それっす、副社長。
Okay. Good. I have to say no now. If there's, I know now that there's a log.
チャームポイントは首の樽なんだって。
Yeah, stereotypical, for Saint Bernards, I guess. Didn't ask about that.
ってことで、
It's usually rum, if I remember correctly. The locks on Nana's head rustle.
愛ちゃんのユリイカ初お仕事は副社長の散歩。ついでにこれから暮らす街を見てきなさいって。
Your first job at Eureka Software is just taking the dog for a walk. Nana hands me the leash.
言ってたっす。社長がね。犬の散歩。
Okay, so you're basically stuck at mundane and probably gonna be clerical tasks. Just what does making a game involve? The answer is walking a dog? I just stand there with an absent expression, well-worn leash in my hand. Yo, Shira, what's up? Good morning. I mean, good evening. I think. Yeah, it's evening. The name is YumeUstutsu Remaster. Yeah, it's a visual novel. We're technically an hour in, but you know, nothing much has happened except from us being like, what? Being in a game company right now. It's cute. Yeah, it's a nice visual novel so far. Though I haven't gotten into the story much yet. We just met the dog. We just met the third character of the game. So what part of game development would this count as? The soul? The brilliance? The darkness? Something tells me it isn't any of them. And it really wasn't. They really hired a voice actor for the dog barks. Good for you, I guess.
副写じゃなくて、引っ張らないで。
But if you
削られる。
if you think about it, you know, it's work. You know, it's still animal sounds. You know, at least that way you don't have to actually force animals or use pre-recorded sounds. This reminds me of Zombieland Saga. The voice of one of the zombies is the voice actress for Misato Katsuragi. And all she did the whole like 2 seasons of the show is just do zombie moans. I am plot twist. I am the VA of the dog. I just wish, man. I want to get paid just doing voice acting. I mean, that would be sweet though. One. That would mean by dog barks. She wasn't a big rescue dog for nothing. Saint Bernards apparently are mountain dogs. They look pretty laid back from afar, but their muzzles don't joke around. I didn't read that one properly. Come on.
そっか。ここが私がこれから暮らす高円寺の町なんだ。とか言ってる場合じゃない。
Okay, so is Koenji supposed to be like a small town or like... Okay, I'm trying to remember. Because it's well within like... Okay, maybe I'm just lost. I don't know.
まだ
Hold on, Banako. Cool down. Well, that's what I'm trying to say anyway. If I wanted to be more concise though, what I want to say now most of all is...
SOS です。
I mean, I can definitely relate being pulled by a large dog. And we're talking about the Saint Bernard here. You're gonna eat dirt being pulled by this dog. Strange to be raising an SOS while being dragged around by a rescue dog. Still, that's what I want to say. Because this is the walk. Neither party is walking here. This is like an old-timey punishment where you be drag the bound criminal around town. Yeah, the icon's no longer working, huh? It should be like a box, really. But yeah, sure, no problem. Thank you for dropping by, Shira. I mean, I can hear people calling out to me here and there. You can keep up. Work up that sweat. You're good. You're doing great. And so on. A few voices called out for Banako too. Oh, this is a recurring thing, huh? You're fucked. Wait, Banako's a celebrity around these parts? My heart feels like it's going to burst, and I can feel people's eyes on me. Suffocation and embarrassment. If there are two things I'm bad at, it's exercise and being looked at by the crowd. And Kokoro was great at both of those. She was wicked fast when we played tag, and she loved showing off in front of people. She'd always hold my hand and run off. Yeah, we'd hold hands. If we're being honest, I was more of an indoor type. The one who preferred staying in her room and drawing. Kokoro loved looking at my pictures in progress. Yeah, by the way, for those who are new, Kokoro is Ai's sister, who's currently, like, unavailable to speak with at the moment. She's on vacation. Anyways, Kokoro loved looking at my pictures in progress, and I remember how she always peeked at my work. Yeah. Then the thought strikes me.
これって走馬灯なんじゃ。
She's dying. My mind is fuzzy, my legs won't move, my body trembles. And then...
ガチから
Jesus, why do we have Greek now? Why is there Greek? Come on. I hear a voice. And then Banaka suddenly stops. I nearly fell right over. Just barely made it. Phew. It sounded like Silent Night for some reason. I'm completely out of breath.
何が
I know I heard a voice. Someone said something fairly close by. I couldn't exactly hear or understand what they said either. Oh yeah, she's the one who's dressed as a cop. I stare absently. A foreigner passes by me. Wow, is this really Tato? Pretty diverse. And with that, she's off.
さっきの声あの人だったのかな。
I can't tell.
Wow.
Monaco's just sitting idly in front of me, turning back as if to urge me to get back to the walk. I catch my breath, and I catch it again. Before, okay, Monaco's gonna pull you again. Huh.
行きます。ごめんなさい。
I stilled myself for another mad dash, but...
Wow. Wow.
Monaco elects to... Oh, okay, alright. Alright. Monaco elects for a gentle trot this time. No signs of dashing. I keep my grip on the leash, making sure not to drop my guard, but nothing. Relief. Sweet relief. Now, this is a walk. Calm, one foot forward than the other. I'm maybe an indoors person, but I took the occasional walk. I like walking through the groves and paddies around the neighborhood. The country air must have really suited me. But now we're in the big city, Edo. I feel like the scent of the air, of the wind, is different here. But
風に混じるかすかな春の匂いは同じで。
I almost feel like I'll doze off.
高円寺。
The neighborhood Kokoro lives in. Now I finally have the time and breath to look over it.
そっか。ここが私がこれから暮らす高円寺の街なんだ。
I whisper it in my mind to make it official, since I didn't quite have the time a while ago. That said, now I'm not a dope. Though is this the right word? I'm not a dope. though I get told I am sometimes, so I have done a bit of research. Koenji. This neighborhood is on the west side of Teito, known for its culture. Transportation is abundant, and it's popular for being such a comfy place to live. There are plenty of foreigners around too, and not just the women I'd seen a moment ago. Of course.
心が歩いてる街。
I just might be walking the same streets that Kokoro walks. Every day, it hits me that we're in the same town.
あなたに会いに来たんだよ。
I gently call out. I didn't take the initiative in anything, really, but here I am, coming all the way to Teito. I'm sure Kokoro will be surprised.
そもそも避けられてるんですけど。
Depression. Come to think of it, people used to always think we were twins. And it's not that we look similar. No, we're pretty much opposites. We have the same birthday though. She was born on the same day as I had been 2 years earlier. Now that doesn't happen too often, so people usually think we're twins. That's a 1 in a 365 coincidence. And it was special to us too. The birthday we shared was like a treasure. Sometimes Kokoro would tell me, "You know, I'm probably your twin that was born late," with a joking tone. When we were young, Kokoro would call me by name all the time. Hi. And I would call her Kokoro. We wouldn't call each other sister or anything, which is probably another reason why people thought we were twins. Kokoro would always tease me, then rub up on me, coaxing out my affection. She was adorable. I loved her hugging too. We would often hold hands, often sleep cuddling each other, and we'd often
した。
kiss too. Yo, Jam, what's up? Good evening. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Sorry, share. Yeah, thank you. No problem. By the way, this is YumeUstutsu Remaster. It's a visual novel. It's plus 18, so you know what to expect. That is, of course, if it happens on this stream right now. So, I don't know. Also, I question this. I mean, they're sisters. Do what you want to do. 5 years ago, our mothers divorced. Okay, that kind of explains what happened. Splitting us up between Teito and faraway small town. We, Kokoro and I, we were really always together. I get back to the office to find things energetic.
おかえりなさいませ、お嬢さん。それはもういいです。メイドの存在意義が。メイドじゃないんでしょ、ナナさんは。じゃあメイドのおっぱいは。
Okay, this is like the third time you've been asking this, so I mean, might as well, right? Right? Right?
触りません。散歩終わりました。いやあ、お疲れ様。副社長もね。 さ。
Was she asking me? I look at Nana and she nods.
この町、高円寺。虹の園ってちょっと気取ってるよね。英語で言うとレインボーガーデン。ボーリング場かっていう。
I mean, Rainbow Garden sounds like a level in Mario. Not gonna lie.
ボーリング場かは分かりませんけど。ナナの趣味じゃないんすけどね。好きな人もいるみたい。さっちゃんとか大事なんだって名前。さっちゃん？社長いるよ。 PD チームの人たちも戻ってる。お疲れ様だよ。朝からイベントだったんだよね。
Oh, wait, what? PZ team's back. Okay.
あ、そうですか。
Event?
愛ちゃんとは別チームだからそんなに気にしなくていいと思うけど、挨拶くらいは。そうですね。しなきゃ。何はともあれ、社長んとこ顔出すがよいっす。あ、はい、ありがとうございます。
Noticing that I would totally get paralyzed by indecision, Nana tells me what I need to do beforehand. She's kind of a good person. I mean, Nana does, you know, the way she carries herself, she looks good, yeah. But yeah, based on the conversations that you have with her, she does sound like a good person. Okay, what was that? At Nana's direction, I head to the president's room. Well, it's on the same floor as the office, and it's just separated by a partition.
挨拶。
Though I have actually met her since she came to interview me at my house. Nervousness snakes me. I mean, this is the president we're talking about. And I'm just a grunt office worker. The president of Eureka's offer herself, none other than... Okay, Honoka.
それ私の名前って大吾ほのかさん？
Geez, the last name carries this.
はい、ユリイカソフト社長、大吾ほのかです。
Okay, we actually have a mature looking woman. Alright, all's good in the world. That's me, Honoka Daigo. Okay. Being called out to from behind really surprised me.
それで、愛ちゃん私に用かしら。
はい、ご挨拶をと思いまして。
あら、わざわざ。
はい、今日からお世話になります。大鳥愛です。よろしくお願いします。大きな鳥が羽ばたくように頑張ります。
頑張ってね。
Honoka was all smiles. The greeting I'd spent time last night coming up with just went over her head. I should probably give up on those. In any case, that's it for my greeting. So I thought I should greet the PZ team next. So I thought. I totally absolutely should greet the PZ team next. But
聞きたいことがありそうね。
I couldn't move a step from President Honoka, which made her giggle. She's right. There's something I want to ask.
どうぞ。
This question had been floating around my mind for a while. ever since that day. I didn't know who to ask it.
心は妹はどうして煮え魔女を作ろうと思ったんでしょうか。
Well, Honika's eyes went wide. Just a little bit. With that, she beckoned me into her office,
まさかそれが聞きたいこととは思わなかったわ。
where she brings the dog. Baniko's in the room too. Well, it is her owner's room.
そうですか。
ええ。心ちゃんの有給休暇の理由を聞かれるかと思ってたから。
まあそれも。
I'm pretty curious about that too.
ニエと魔女と世界の終わり。
Honika worked the computer on her desk as she spoke. A game screen pops up. Niemajo's official name is displayed proudly on the said screen.
そう。私たちは、私のユリイカソフトでは、これの新作を作っているわ。
I'll need to explain a little. Half a month ago, when she pressured me into, when she interviewed me, this is what I've heard. They weren't going to make a completely new game, but remake an older game in modern style. It would be a remaster with some extra content. Can I say something? Napapanahon ng pucha. Anyways, yeah. Nie, Majo, and the End of the World. I've seen this title screen so many times. Because this game, well, it has a lot of meaning to my sister and me. Honika clicked here and there on the screen, humming pleasantly to herself. The game starts.
同人だから音声はなし。BGM は1曲だけオリジナルで、あとはありもの。
The old version was a doujin game, so it had no voice acting. The only one original song for the BGM too, rest being picked up online. This is how VNs were done way back. I remember Katawa Shoujo being like this at the beginning. I'm trying to remember which other VNs are like this, but most of them are like this.
背景もフリー素材を加工しただけで、立ち絵の差分も少なくて。
Backgrounds are all edited. Yeah. And some of them were like really shitty too. Like not shitty in a bad way, but purposefully shitty. There was a VN called Kusoge, which is basically what it is. It's a Kusoge. It's a shitty game. And a lot of BS is happening. Anyways.
でも関係ないのよね。これプレイしているのよね、2人とも。
はい、私は心から勧められてですけど。あ、すみません。
いいのよ。それもさらっとなんでしょ。
She must have heard that from Kokoro.
はい、すみません。心はゲームが好きでいろいろ遊んでたんですけど、私はどちらかというと苦手で。
I mean, if it's a doujin game, it's basically just a VN as well. They didn't really add anything here. If it's a remake, they should be adding. I'm rattling. They're probably gonna mention it.
ゲーム音痴のデジタル音痴と。
You must have heard that from Kokoro.
私よくゲーム会社で働くなんて。
I sure did good in making up my mind.
本を読むのが好きで、あと絵を描くんだそうね。
はい。あ、いえ、絵は今は描いてなくて。
I subtly hide my left hand, evading her eyes.
So?
Honoka didn't pry. Nie, Majo, and the End of the World. This Dojin game Honoka was speaking about was released about 3 years ago. Dojin games aren't sold in regular stores. They're made personally. Like, as a hobby? It's an adventure game. Okay, so it's an adventure game. I hear people sometimes call them visual novels. I mean, it kind of depends. Is there like actual movement, or is it just like this? Just like a normal visual novel? If it's more of a visual novel than an actual like adventure game, then yeah, you could consider it as just a normal visual novel with extra steps. 5 years ago, even separated by the miles between Teito and the countryside, we would still call and text each other. Now, Kokoro had played it first, then she recommended it to me. It takes place in a world where magic exists, and is the story of 2 lives. Majo, the witch that... Is it Maho? Keep saying Majo. It's Maho, I guess. The witch that threatens the world. I'm gonna need to... Give me a sec. Where does she say this?
Nieと魔女と世界の終わり。
Okay, Majo. It's actually Majo. Majo, the witch that threatens the world, and the girl Nie offered up as a sacrifice to her. It's dark and brutal, cruel, yet with genuineness to it. When Kokoro recommended it to me, she told me the person who made the game had passed away. With a lot of sadness in her voice too. In any case, she wanted to hear what I thought about it. With that, we got on the phone and played through it together. Kokoro's second play, of course. That was half a month before our last meeting. Half a month after that, I'd met Kokoro, then parted ways. And that's when I got that text. Before I knew it, I couldn't draw anymore. I've been in a slump ever since. And that's the game. I
これ
mean,
ね、
seriously though, if
小
your
さな文
life...
芸サークルの2人で作ってるの。
Okay.
私も裏方としてちょっと協力したし、絵は私のコネで手伝ってくれた子が描いてくれたけど。
I mean, if it's an original game, and it's released independently, though, that's one of the fastest way to do this. Like, for example, sell it. You can sell it in wherever you sell. I'm trying to find the right word here. You know. Within Dojin circles, I guess what would be the best. That would be the best thing to describe it. I'm trying to remember that comic, that convention. I forgot the name. I'm sorry, but yeah, within Dojin circles, especially if the game that you've made is copyrighted. That's the safest way to work around copyright, at least during that time.
でも基本は2人。
たった2人。
会社風に言うならディレクターとライター。今私たちが作ってるのはこの煮え魔女の商業版、完全版と言うべきね。サブタイつけるかも決まってないけど。
はい。
そしてココロちゃんはそのディレクターを務めてる。それも19歳にして。同業と話すとまあ無茶だって言われるわ。
Hanuka just says it all so casually. A director calls the shots when it comes to game development. That at least I know. It's abbreviated as D.
なぜココロちゃんがそれをしているのか。簡単に言えば仕事だからよ。私が彼女に仕事として振って、それを彼女が受けた。それだけといえばそれだけ。
それだけ。
前任の D が逃げたりなんだりしなきゃ、さすがに19の子に任せるのはこの私でもためらったかもだけどね。
She sounds equal parts amused and flustered.
ココロちゃんは前任の D のサポートでよく働いてくれてて、他には考えられなかった。ああ、ちょっと違うわね。そうするのが面白そうと思った。私が。この会社は私の会社だから、それで十分なの。
Her words sound somewhat haughty, but, you know, when she says it, it doesn't feel that way at all.
あとね、これは言ってなかったけど、私とココロちゃんとの出会いはもっと前で、別のゲーム会社でバイトしてたわ。まだ高校1年ですごく頑張ってる子だった。
Working part-time at a game company as a freshman. She's rather different from me. That's the Kokoro I know. I always, taking the initiative.
もちろん雑用くらいしか任されてなかったわね。そして私が彼女をユリイカにスカウトして。
Scouted. I look at Honoka and she speaks up.
そう、あなたに会いに行った時みたいにね。
So you're a nepo hire then, I guess.
でもその頃まだ煮え魔女完全版の話は動いてなかったわ。企画は他にもいくつかあったし。だからココロちゃんが煮え魔女に関わってるのは偶然。
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's her sister that actually got her this job. So, anyways, I'm having a bad memory. Bad memory remembering shit. Sorry.
それ以上の意味が彼女の中にあるのだとしても。
それ以上の意味。
私に語る言葉はないわね。
そうですか。ありがとうございます。
Though I didn't exactly learn anything.
有給の理由は引っ越し。あなたと同じ寮にいたくないんですって。
That was
お
like an
姉ちゃん
incomplete
避けられ
sentence.
てる
I'm
わ
sorry.
ね。
She says it so nonchalantly. And it stabs into my chest.
でも
Yo, Screws Loose is up. We're playing YumeUstutsu Remaster.
引っ越しが済んだらすぐ戻ってくるわ。会えるのも先じゃない。それまで少しでも会社に慣れておくといいんじゃ。
So we are, just a quick recap. We are she's the girl at the right with the pride flag hairband. She is looking for a sister who is currently working for a game company called Eureka Software, and Honoka Daigo is the this one, the girl in the middle, is the president of the company. Then the dog, Banako, is the vice president of the company. There were two other characters that we've already met so far. One I do not remember the name. The other one is Banana Maid. Anyway,
はい。
I nod. She's exactly right. That'll help me help her too. Kokoro is a game director. Only 19. Well, I can't say I know exactly what that entails, but I figure it must be quite tough.
うちの子の散歩はしてくれたのよね。
あ、はい。バナコさんの。
これまでココロちゃんがしてくれてたのよ、散歩。
心が？
そう。毎日こんなのゲーム開発に入ってないってぶたれながらね。
Honoka chuckles.
なんだか散歩はあなたの方が上手みたい。ずいぶん上機嫌だわ、うちの子。
Honoka turned her gaze to Banako. Wan.
そうなんですか？全然。
Could you even call that a good walk? I can't tell. She was face first in the mud being dragged by this dog.
これからもよろしくね。
はい。頑張ります。
If this will help Kokoro.
もしかして私散歩係として雇われたとか？
What happened to game development?
さて、ではそうね。今日のところは、あとは。
She seems to think for a moment.
それっぽい仕事もらえるのかな？
It's not like I'm hungry to work or anything like that. It's just I don't want it to end with it walking the dog. I at least want to do something relevant. I guess you could call it curiosity. And it's not just that either. What is making a game anyway? Might get a bit more of an answer to that. And it would definitely help me understand Kokoro more.
ドキドキ。
お掃除してもらおうかしら。
ドキと掃除？
She almost sounds like she's joking. But I know she isn't.
掃除ですか？
Dog walking and cleaning. It feels like I'm just helping around the house. Office.
あら、自分たちが働くオフィスの掃除も立派な仕事よ。
はい、わかります。
I scrambled to nod.
そう。ああ、でもね、巣には触れなくていいわ。あれは恐竜の巣だから。
Oh yeah, the dinosaur person. We haven't actually found her yet. There it is again, the dinosaur slayer. Looks like Nana wasn't just making stuff up.
気になる。
ん？
いえ、はい、それじゃあ、掃除します。
やらー。
She absently waves me off. I take my leave of the president's office.
はい。
But actually, before I do,
何？わからないことならナナに。
ほ ほのかさんはなぜゲームを作るんですか？
A basic fundamental question. Now, I thought she would laugh at me or have her mouth agape or at something so basic, but
ゲームが嫌いだからかしらね。
because I hate games. What? She gives me an unexpected answer and awfully amused when she does.
愛ちゃんと一緒？
いえ、私は嫌いというわけでは。
I'm just not all too skilled when it comes to games.
おかえりっす。長かったね。いろいろお話？
Nana gives me a warm welcome back.
はい。社長、愛ちゃんには期待してるみたいだよね。そうでしょうか。
That's unfortunate.
知ってる？社長、業界じゃ猛獣使いとか錬金術師とか殺戮の女神とかいろいろ意味を持ってるやり手なんだって。最後のはどうなんでしょう。
In any case, that seasoned president personally gave me a job to do.
私掃除します。ああ、そういうこと。オッケーっす。じゃあ掃除道具は。
Nana shows me what I need.
そうだ、ナナのメイド服着る？気合入るよ。
Come on, man.
遠慮します。何着も持ってるのかな。
Nana's a real enigma. That being said,
謎といえば、
the dinosaur's lair. The 3 desks across from mine, and there's an empty looking seat in the middle of them. It doesn't have a monitor or a computer or anything, but it does have, well, a mountain of stuff. Yo, Corix, what's up? Actually, Corix, I'm actually about to end stream. Yeah, because I needed to, I'm actually about to end stream because I needed to do some work. I just need to finish this dialogue. But yeah, thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Yeah, it's been 2 hours. 2 hours, however, this is basically just the start of the story. It's like chapter 1 or something. It's just a lot of being pulled by the dog. That's what's happening right now. We're still being introduced to the characters, so it's not really like late in the story. That said, YumeUstutsu, this is the name of the game, remaster, is now available. Is still available in Steam and is currently at 50% off until July 10th. Game from 2019, by the way. Anyways. Amount of stuff, books, an immense amount of books all the way down to the floor. And beyond the vast mountains of books lay the dinosaur slayer.
この向こうに一体何が。
I think we can end this when we get to the door for that dinosaur person. I gaze at the literary tower before me. She's here. I guess we can actually end it now. Alright, so okay, I'm just gonna send some information to the editor and okay. Alright, so that is it for now for YumeUstutsu Remaster. Probably depending on the my schedule this week is, you know, working and all. I should be able to either continue this by either Wednesday or Thursday, maybe both. We'll check. And yeah, give or take. Where is my calendar though? Yeah, give or take Wednesday or Thursday. So where is save? Save.
セーブしました。
Not even sure. We're just, I don't know. Chapter 1. This is most likely just chapter 1. It's voice actress maid. We haven't actually moved on from Nana for some reason. Alright. So, by the way, I would like to thank those who have been on the stream. Dandai's 1222. Looney Baby. Iron Legion TV, Sind TTV, Shira Beryu, we have Trickster, Screw Slews, Curix. I'm not sure if there's anyone else. Let me just let me check. Well, there were others. I'm not sure. I didn't really check that much. But anyway, again, going. Thank you again for where is it? For Kogado's studio for the code. And again, YumeUstutsu Remaster is currently available. I keep saying Kogado Studio is the developer. Komodo is the one who provided me with a game key. So thank you. I actually am enjoying the story right now. So again, 50% off Steam right now. Click on the link. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. For a different game. Everything's really slowing down on my end. Okay, let me just save again just to be sure. Save.
セーブしました。
Okay. Not sure why it says 3. I don't want to repeat all of that shit. Come on. Alright. Anyways, so yeah, I'll meet you again. I'll meet you guys again tomorrow. Thank you again so much for your time. Hope all of you have a great day, and peace out.